Want to start building your wealth the right way, have extra money, and have money when you need it. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a budget. So, introduction to budgeting. So, why does budgeting matter? So, gain control over your own money, reduce financial stress, and plan for the future because your future self will be thanking you after watching this video. And take some notes, please, because if not, you probably won't learn anything. But benefits: you build a savings, you can pay off your debt, and achieve dreams like buying a car or traveling, whatever your goals are. Mindset: budgeting isn't restrictive, it's empowering your financial freedom. And budgeting is literally the first step to achieving financial freedom, no matter how much money you make. But that being said, what is a budget? So, a budget is a detailed plan for managing your income and expenses. Purpose: it ensures you live within your means and prioritizing your financial goals. Just imagine if you spend more than you make, you're not really going to be, benefiting overall, and your future self would hate yourself. But if you can save money and actually have, emergency savings and stuff like that, and or have money for, emergencies and or, like a trip or something you want to plan, a new car, budgeting is the best way. Key components: income, what you earn; expenses, what you spend; and savings, what you keep, and honestly keep for a long time. So first off, set financial goals. Short-term goals: say $500 for a new laptop, or pay off $200 credit card within 3 months. Kind of, not really that vague. But long-term goals: save $20,000 for a house down payment, or retire with $1 million by age 60. Smart goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. As an example, save $100 a month for 12 months. If you do the math, it's around $1,200. Calculate your income as step 2. Sources: salary, any extra work on the side, freelance, side hustles, investment, or passive income like rental properties. Net income: use take home pay after taxes, insurance, and deductions for overall accuracy. So for your side hustles or anything that you're making on the side, sum up last 6 months of gig work and divide it by 6. For anyone that's trying to take their trading to the next level, made a website with a bunch of courses that you guys can check out. First link in the description below. Check it out if you guys want to up your knowledge on the stock market. Relatively cheap courses, and we have sales going on. So check them out while the sales is still happening. Track your expenses is number 3. Fixed expenses, so like rent would be $1,200, utilities $150, car payment $300. Consistent monthly cost. Variable expenses, so groceries, you kind of want to like just estimate, if you're, you eat a lot and or you eat less, just estimate how much money you guys spend on groceries and have a set budget for that. So for this example, $400. Dining out, you want to have some fun, go out with some friends, $100. Gas, $80. That is costs that fluctuate. And honestly, you can always edit your budget at any time, especially if you're like, oh, this ain't enough for groceries, this isn't enough for gas. You can always adjust it as you go. Tracking methods, so you can use apps like Mint, review bank statements, or log receipts in a notebook. So number 4 is categorizing your spending. So needs, 50%, essentials like housing, food, transportation, and minimal debt payments. Wants is 30%, non-essential like streaming services, gym membership, or concert tickets, things that you don't really need and that you can kind of live without. Savings and debt, 20%. So save towards emergency fund. You want to estimate at least like 3 to 6 months out. So you want to have that emergency fund set up. Retirement savings or extra payments on loans or credit cards. After you guys get that emergency fund, I do recommend investing in the stocks. And that is one thing that we're big into. If you guys are interested, check out that $100,000 long-term portfolio videos that I update you guys with. And it literally gives you guys stocks to trade and stuff like that. It literally helps you out with the basics if you guys are interested in investing in the stocks and basically making that your other savings account. So next one is choosing a budget method. So the 50-30-20 rule, like we just said, the 50% needs, 30% wants, and 20% savings in the debt. It's simple and flexible for beginners. Zero-based budget, assign every dollar a job. So honestly, just basically $3,000 income, $1,500 needs, 1,000 wants, and 500 savings. Envelope system, use caps and labeled envelopes for categories like groceries or entertainment, just so you guys don't overspend. And never use a credit card unless you have it locked in. Maybe put a limit, like if you have like $400 for groceries, have a 400 limit on that credit card. If you guys do use credit cards, make sure you guys pay it off. You don't want to pay extra money on interest, not even worth it. So step 6, create your budget. So step by step, list income, let's say you make 3,500, subtract your expenses. So let's say it's 2,800 and allocate remainder to savings, which would be $700. That's basically like simple. Tools use templates like Google Sheets or apps like YNAB for pre-built category breakdowns. You can also, get ChatGPT to help you out with this as well. That's probably like the easiest way and fastest way. They can make you a chart. They can literally do anything. Just tell them what your budget is, write in some numbers. They might ask you some questions. ChatGPT is kind of clutch nowadays and is free to use. So I do recommend utilizing AI. So next is your balance sheet. Ensure total expenses plus savings equals income to avoid overspending, because you don't want to overspend. If you overspend, it's not a good time. So now step 7, you have your budget laid out and everything like that. Now you want to monitor and adjust as needed. So have monthly reviews, compare actual spending to planned. Do a little example. Let's say you overspent $50 on dining, cut back next month. Maybe not go out next month or something like that, but just cut back $50 and boom, you're right on target. Life changes, adjust for raises, job loss, or new expenses like a baby or moving cost. But what I do recommend is if you guys get a raise, a bonus, or anything like that, you can either save it and or spend it. It's literally 50-50 how you're feeling. Like if the budget is too hard on you and you're like, I don't have enough money, you could spend the extra money, just have that in, your wants. And or I recommend, and this is going to be for your long-term self, save that thing. Flexibility, tweak categories as needed, but stick to core goals to stay on track overall. So tools to help you budget. So apps like YNAB, it links to account and helps you out with goal tracking. Next one is Mint. It's free and it auto categorizes everything. Pocket Guard shows safe to spend. Spreadsheets, Excel, Google Sheets is customizable and it has free templates online for budgeting. Manual, you can do pen and paper or printable budget planners. Honestly, this is kind of clutch as well, writing it down, because it kind of helps you out a little bit more. In my opinion, I like writing things down more. And like I said before, you can use Chat GPT, because honestly, man, you write down, how much you get paid, what your goals are, and Chat GPT will help you out overall. It's not, I feel like I'm sponsored, but I'm not. But Chat GPT is kind of clutch when it comes to things like this. So common budgeting mistakes. So ignoring the small expenses. So $5 coffee adds up to 150 a month. Track every single penny that you spend. And honestly, coffee is pretty expensive if you get it out. I do recommend just buying yourself some coffee. Literally, it's like $10 a month if you make it yourself. And investing into a coffee maker is probably the best thing you could do to save money. But that's just me. Unrealistic goals. So don't plan to save 50% of your income if you're barely covering bills already. Please just have normal goals. No emergency fund. Aim for $1,000 starter fund to avoid debt from unexpected costs. You don't want to have to charge up that credit card or anything like that and have to worry about that later on. I know it sounds nice to just be like, I'm gonna just get a loan and then just pay it off a month to pay off, this unexpected loss or something. But you really just want to have that emergency fund. It honestly alleviates a lot of stress in life overall. So tips for budgeting success. So start small, begin with one category. So like an example, your groceries or something to build confidence, and then, work up as you go. Automate, set up auto transfers to savings. Maybe you get paid. It'll automatically transfer $100 a month and bill payments to avoid late fees. You don't want late fees at all. So celebrate your wins. This is what you got to do all the time. Reward, have rewards. So you paid off $500 in debt, treat yourself to a $20 movie night. Spend a little bit of extra money, but if it's in the budget. Conclusion. So key takeaway, budgeting is powerful and honestly to control your money and shape your future. Your future self is going to thank you if you guys learned anything from this. Next steps, start today. Set one goal, track expenses for a week, and pick a budgeting method that best works for you. It might take you, a few tries to get it right, but honestly, man, this right here will help you out the most. A lot of people, even billionaires, have a budget. Motivation, consistency beats perfection. Every step brings you closer to financial freedom. With that being said, though, thank you for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Let us get to 500 subs, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I make videos like this all the time, helping you guys out to become financially free. And this is the first step ever. I should have made this video a long time ago. But I also make videos on the stock market if you guys are interested in day trading, swing trading, and that long-term portfolio I was talking about. I update you guys daily and give you guys daily shorts. So check out some of those if you guys want. But with that being said, man, good luck with your budget. Feel free to comment down below your budget. I want to hear about it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.